So again, let's focus on the problem we had as a strata. We had an overworked, stressed out agent making mistakes, telling us what to do, and through that management style cost us nearly $12,000 per year. When we analyze what an agent does for us, they spend 30 to 40% of their time doing administration work, 30 to 40% of their time doing contract management, and then 20 to 30% of the time managing counsel communication and the general public inquiries. So knowing where the agent spends their time and the rising company expenses, we can now formulate our solution, and here's what must be done. We must build a social software service so agents don't have to spend their money on software. Then they can spend their money on their agents. That will reduce the stress on the agents and the company, and the average buildings in a portfolio will drop. Then build the tools to assist agents to manage their daily affairs: communication tools, administration tools, and contract management tools. The key is to relieve them of any influence so that nothing affects their judgment and recommendations. Having them pay for everything and increase their fees, so we fire them because they cost too much, only adds stress on them, wondering if they'll be in business. That's why big companies never say no to a client. They need the revenue to stay afloat. So the solution in an ideal scenario is, we need to encourage smaller management companies with lower expenses, build them all the software they need to manage our assets but not at their expense. We need to encourage smaller contractors with lower expenses, reduce the cost of producing quotes, and make it better for contractors to quote this industry. Then we as council members need to have the tools to help balance the workload and work alongside our agents. So we start off by building a social software platform, where each company and corporation have their own account. We ensure we incorporate the appropriate security and privacy features to store important information, and establish access levels for different roles and responsibilities. We build tools for each account so that no matter who is managing a particular strata, once elected or hired, can easily pick up where the last member left off, and the cost of software is spread evenly over each user. That's a start to help lower the management company's expenses, so they may focus those revenues on training or whatever other service they can provide for their agents. Then to help the agents, we develop tools so council members may start doing some of the work an agent does every day. We start with the most basic tools, starting with a single point of communication for councils and agents, then a secure workspace to host and store all documents electronically. Central communication and documentation is the foundation for a management team to start working together. And then we introduce the contractor services tool, designed to allow StrataCorps to post jobs, and when contractors are done, they may rate them. This tool should alleviate the agents from the time they spend in contract management, all while opening up the job market to smaller qualified contractors. Our defined set of terms and conditions place the contractors as responsible to only quote if they want to. The next step is we continue to remove the barriers for small business by lobbying for a solution to the broker licensing requirements, making it easier for individuals to be self-employed and take on stratas as clients. For our agents and councils, we continue to build the central tools to balance out the workload and allow councils to do as much or as little work as they're able to. And when we get there, an agent may then start catering their contracts, first to charge for their time as supervisors, then to charge for additional services performed thereafter. So that's where we're starting, and that's where we're going. And if you've experienced what we have expressed through this video, then we ask for your support in starting an account. Whether you're an agent who is overworked, a council member who is frustrated with your manager, or a contractor drowning trying to get business in this industry, this platform is the start for council members to manage their affairs alongside their agent, the start for agents and companies to reduce their stress and expenses, and the start for contractors to quote StrataWork in a less costly and constructive way. And just before we finish, we did some rough calculations of the estimated cost overruns due to this management style, and we estimate that its total to be nearly $168 million per year. That's not including the thousands of dollars unsuccessful contractors spend trying to solicit an agent for business. Seeing as depreciation reports just came in, it sure would be nice to put that money back into our properties. If you have any questions or comments regarding this video, please write to us at clientcare@StrataWork.ca. Thanks for watching.